My name is Janet Olise, Nigerian High Commissioner to Jamaica and Belize, and Ambassador to Haiti and Dominican Republic, and the permanent representative to the International Seabed Authority.
What was it like when you came to Jamaica the first time?
I was surprised because the topography took me aback. I was expecting something very, like an island in the middle of all the water surrounding. But what I saw was a lot of flat land in some areas, but quite a lot of hills around. And of course, the High Commissioner's residence is just under Jack's Hill. So at the end of the day, you just find that you have hills all over, beautiful hills, looking out, having a good view of the harbor. But at the end of the day, what it gave me was the idea that I wasn't far from home, because at the end of the day, the topography was so similar to what I was used to. There was no adjusting. I just blended into the whole place, and the only thing that was a bit strange at first to most people was seeing me dressed in my Nigerian attire, but Jamaicans quickly caught up to that, and when I meet the Rastafarians, it's like, oh, princess, African queen, and there I go, I blushed, if a black man can blush. And of course, it's difficult to know that I'm not Jamaican just by looking at me until I say something, and then, oh, your accent is unique. Where are you from? Of course, immediately they know I'm from somewhere in Africa, and then the conversation will now start. So it has been quite interesting and very, how do I say it, eye-opening for me. I just fitted in. What I enjoyed most being the High Commissioner to Jamaica is the fact that I got to know Jamaicans. I was able to travel around most of the parishes. I missed out one. And I was also able to meet the people. What I always find, I won't say fascinating, but interesting, is that we've read the history of our ancestors being taken away. Now I'm here witnessing the history of where my ancestors went to and what became of them and what became of their offsprings, my cousins, my nieces, my great-great-great-great-grand, whatever. So it's a very interesting time for me to have this part of my history, because Jamaica's history is also my history. It's the history of where my ancestors went to. And so for me, that was another very positive aspect. Then of course I won't say that I must repeat every time. I will miss the rum. I enjoy the rum. I enjoy the rum, and I have the weight to show for the rum. In my eyes, the works I've done, I would want to start with a cultural exchange, showcasing Nigerian culture. Why? Because I wanted Jamaicans, especially the young ones, the youths, to see their heritage, where they came from. These ancestors, what were they before they were brought out of the African continent, especially from Nigeria? What could we offer? And at the end of the day, seeing how excited the young ones. I participated at the Sevi Heritage every year from 2017 to 2019. I'm missing this year's zone because of the COVID, and also I'm going to the different schools. So I would say that was one major achievement. Now I can proudly leave this country and know that Nigeria is a household name. I get people come to the gate of the Nigeria High Commission and just stand in front of the word Nigeria and take a photograph. And that for me, it's really an identity, being accepted as part of the Jamaican culture and people. Secondly is my work with JBDC. In 2017, we brought in 2 artisans under the Technical Aid Corps program to assist the young entrepreneur in creating authentic Jamaican art. Not that Jamaica doesn't have its own art, but we're bringing in some of the lost art that Jamaicans had lost over the years. For example, the tie and dye, the metal work, and the bead work and other, how it is done back in Nigeria. So with the tie and dye, the young entrepreneurs have been able to put things together, design it in the Jamaican style with the Jamaican colors. So at the end of the day, when the tourists come in, they are buying authentic Jamaican products. And that for me was another high point. And of course, like I said, working with the children, and the third aspect will be working with the young mothers, the YWC. I had quite a number of mentoring programs with them. I gingered them up to think about their future, letting them know that the world hasn't come to an end because they just had a baby. And again, I also learned a couple of things that I am going to take home and try to see how we can emulate some of the system that the Jamaican government has put in place for such young mothers. Well, I think my fondest memory, it will be meeting the icons. Meeting the people that we've read about, or going to the places where they were born, like going to the Bob Marley Museum, the Peter Church Museum, meeting with Osemboat, meeting with the legend, the Jamaican legend. I think when I go back and people will talk, Janet, what did you see this person? Did you talk to Tootsie Bird? May so rest in peace. We had, all this connection, I think, the people. And to be able to go down to the countryside, St. Elizabeth, Black River, I went a couple of times. I think I've become an honorary member of St. Elizabeth, from the mayor to the MP. It's been fun for me, and those, I think, is having the people, meeting them, being invited, and of course, not forgetting the food. Mannish water, ackee and saltfish. I never saw ackee in my life until I came here. And seeing some of the things that we take for granted back home, like breadfruit. And my mother came for a couple of months and she was surprised, like, oh, breadfruit. She's not had breadfruit in years. And I had no idea what breadfruit was until I came to Jamaica. Apparently, we used to have breadfruit. Maybe we still do, but I think development, cutting down of trees, we've lost so much of that. So at the end of the day, the people, the food, the music, attending the festival, wow, that's it. And again, jack pork, oh God. I think I have one of the best residents in Jamaica, because most of the major fruits, from apple, ackee, mango, 2 species of mangoes all over, but all breadfruit, avocado, coconuts. I had fun. What's next for me is back to Abuja, which is our usual practice. When we serve, we go back to our base, and from there we know what's next. I honestly have no clue. It could be being a director in a department, or I could be sent to another agency. But I will wait until I step foot in Abuja to determine what's next for me. I am definitely coming back to visit Jamaica, and for everyone's information, there's going to be a direct flight for the first time in history, from Lagos to Montego Bay in December and in January. The success of those flights will determine how regular the flight is, but irrespective of the flight, I am definitely coming back. Jamaica has become a second home. I've made a lot of friends, and like I said, going all over. The last parish I wasn't able to get to, I will get to it when I come on Westmoreland. I know, I wasn't able to get there. I will definitely on holiday this time with all the free time. Oh, patois words, a lot, but some of them are not for the. But I know Wagwan, Leko Leko. What else is good for the viewers? I have learned quite a number of things, and what I really enjoy is when I'm reading the newspaper, I see the way the patois is put in there as part of the reading. But yes, I've learned a couple. I do more of listening than speaking.